And if a team plays the game right again, Frost Shield, and then the Phantom Strike in.
But Centaur Grimstroke, wow, guys. Have you guys ever seen this one before? Definitely the most popular duo, I would say, for a Grimstroke player. Very used to playing with Centaur. It just puts you in a really awkward catch-22. The Phantom lands on top of you, and so if you want to stop to attack it, then Centaur is going to approach you and give you the hoof stomp and the hoof stomp and then the double edge. And then on top of that, you also have this new retaliate damage too. But yeah, not enough to dissuade them, even if it's just one beefy boy. Can't disagree. You're already up against the zero armor Tiny.
I'm excited to see a tune on this again. I think he can really redeem himself. I really think a game like this, in a lineup that he's gotten, this is his game. Of course, taking out the equation of
5 seconds
fifth pick and really fourth and fifth pick for forward gaming. I like what he's got on his team, and I like his opportunity here. I think OD's got to be your ban if you're forward gaming, unless they're going to pick it up. But I'm very much of the school of thought that OD mid is just right now on any lineup.
Is that worth it? I don't know if it suits their lineup.
It doesn't feel like lockdown to set up like a blink skewer back or something.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant for forward.
Well, I want them to ban it.
Yeah, I got you now.
I think that's got to be their ban.
Dire team ban.
Morphling.
Morphling.
So, possibilities there. They could have gone for like this harder in the mid lane style hero, like an Invoker or something, just because they have the Centaur War Runner. And trying to play around like the BKB and stuff kind of works. Like it's a little bit of a slower pace, so you can kind of get away with a greedier hero in the mid or in the safe lane, but they've chosen the safe lane. So this will be the Rezo Morphling. The Pugna is still in. That feels kind of okay. Decrep versus a heavy PA-focused lineup and someone that can make a lot of space for a Morphling early on.
I've seen some sad Morphlings recently. And just full into Agi and just getting like two-shot. I get nervous every time I see a Morphling now. I saw a Morphling go 0-6-0 to start the game and somehow won, which is good if you're a Morphling, but that was because his team held it open. But I feel like sometimes I see the Morphling players just play it hyper aggressive, where they're just constantly full agi and they find themselves in a little bit of trouble.
Team ban.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, a Kunkka ban. That would have been good too. Kunkka or Pugna, actually. Kunkka would make a lot of space for the Centaur and help with the survivability of the Morphling. Any other safe mid heroes? I mean, Lena's still in. Yuar really likes it. I don't think his Mirana's very good in this situation. I don't think they can get away with the tiny mid because they'll just pick like Huskar.
So is this a 4 tiny?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's MSS tiny. I guess it has to be. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't feel very good though.
Do they go puck mid?
Potentially, if they feel like that's enough playmaking. It could definitely work. The only thing I'd say is I don't really like it when you don't have a way to pop it. They actually banned the Pugna themselves. So maybe they are considering something like the OD for themselves too. Although I don't think you want OD versus the evasion of a PA. Can't build MKB. And comes on a little too slow for my taste. Don't have enough setup for a Skywrath mid or anything fun like that.
10 seconds remaining.
That would be fun. I love Skywrath mid games to cast them.
Yeah, they're really good. So they do take the OD. I mean, that tends to come for the Pugna, but again, I don't know. I don't really like it here. Why do they like it? It's a save. If you have someone trying to like single target focus down the Morphling because he's the one hero that matters with the RP, you can Astral save. It does have setups for Centaur War Runner. It's not that bad in like the early to like first couple team fights. They can't Roche at all, and they don't hit towers other than Centaur. And they take the puck for Thunder Predator. So
I totally
we get the two heroes reversed.
Yeah, I got them backwards. I tried, but I don't know. I guess I'm a little pick dyslexic.
Well, I like Thunder Predator. I think this is a game where they can get it done. They have all the right ingredients. Their laning stage should be fine. They don't really have the safest supports on the side of Forward Gaming and the Grimstroke and the Tiny. They're very explosive and they have a lot of damage potential, but they're not the best at securing lanes unless they get those really quick kills off the start to give yourself an advantage. They don't have that like safety net of something like a Witch Doctor or a Wyvern or a Bane, so they'll have to just be a little bit cautious on that for Rezo.
I really like this Thunder Predator lineup. I actually really like the puck. And obviously the dream play is the 5-man RP into the Dream Coil, into the skewer that breaks the tether on everybody, if you can. But I think it's good. I think, obviously, without
Hold on, you're forgetting the walrus kick. That's the true dream.
Which I'm always down for. But I think just alone where you've got the control of RP as well as Dream Coil, it gives so much potential here for Attune, especially if he gets a little bit of farm and finds himself in the situation we saw him in the previous game, where he was, finding his ways in and obviously also getting a bunch of crit, it seemed like. 15% for him seemed like definitely up in that 80 mark.
Divine.
Oh man, these lanes are going to be interesting. Really curious how Rezo starts with because it's such a greedy looking support duo with Grimstroke and Tiny.
Yeah, I think you still want the Tiny to kind of be that tiny snowball-y hero where you find the blink dagger as early as you can.
Yeah, it's like this position 5 Grimstroke feels like the best thing you're going to be able to do is get out Soulbinds because you're not going to get a lot of items. But then he doesn't even have good Soulbinds on his team. The best Soulbind he's going to have is like Adaptive Strike.
Yeah, it's not the best game for him, but maybe Inkswell with a waveform.
I guess I should include Double Edge too, because Double Edge is pretty sweet, but that's a given.
Alright, I'll give it to you. A given. And this is looking like it's going to be a trial, and Inkswell comes out, but you've got the Frost Shield. Now the stun is through onto the Tusk with the Hope following it up. Matthew in a lot of trouble, one shot from being that first blood. Now they move their attention to SVG, but Attune will not get the kill, and neither team walks away with first blood.
This is that offensive potential that I'm talking about them needing. Like, they really want the first couple of kills in the lane, because if this lane ends up being a little passive and everyone gets to like level 2 or level 3 without a lot of kills tilting things, it should be favoring, I would assume, Thunder Predator. As long as they can play their heroes correctly with the Frost Shield and the Tusk Snowballs and the tag team. It's just going to be way too much damage for them to fight into. So yeah, they do have MSS go bottom with the TP.
This could definitely turn into a disgusting tri-lane here for Thunder Predator, especially once Matthew gets level 2. Or really even Prada, because you get that slow where you find the shards, where you've got Frost Shield, tag team, Stifling Dagger, and then the Phantom Strike. Like, there's definitely a lot of potential here for Thunder Predator.
Yeah, and the thing about tag team is, well, I don't even know why it has a mana cost, because it's just nothing. It's 40. It's so puny that he can just spam it constantly, which means that if Universe and SVG aren't next to each other, SVG can't really 1v1 him, especially if they put the Frost Shield on top of him, which you can also spam quite a bit as Lich.
You don't have that sacrifice anymore, but having Frost Shield is, always nice. And I honestly think Sinister Gaze is a great ability. I think
good.
It's a little underrated.
Yeah, no, it's quite good.
Because everybody talks about the Frost Shield, and I feel like people are like, Sinister Gaze.
I mean,
it's cool.
It's his worst skill, though. Like, that's the thing. Like, his other ones are still better.
So good. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's his worst skill, and it's still pretty good.
Oh, look at this guy, Prada. Still gets the pull. Very nice. Hard to do on that Dire side. Of course, not very difficult for them to contest. Mid lane is 9-0 right now for Draken, and with no one coming mid early on here, and also using the silence to stop those aggressive Astrals. Oh,
Frost Shield comes out, but as does the Inkswell. He's trying to run away. Universe chasing, but nope. Attune will get first blood. SVG falls, and enough space has been made between Matthew and Universe. where he's able to pop the salve and actually
Top tower is under attack.
get himself a good chunk of health back.
A little bit of bait in there.
Angle the old worm there, you know. Using the bait. Never actually gone.
You might wish to return.
I have no idea what it's like.
Dropping force.
Slow.
Oh, again, eh?
Again, they're playing aggressive on both sides, but you've got the Phantom Assassin going for SVG. Atune gets the kill. Prada's still not dead. Like, Universe split up from that fight, went for Prada to try and focus, but yeah, the Tusk is single-handedly taken away by the...
And then you look at Frank, and he's just doing this. He's just doing the dance.
Ooh, yeah.
Pulling the waves around in circles here. There's really nothing MSS can do, so he just runs mid.
Grab a second wave.
Oh my god, they got him again up top.
Yeah, but this time it was Universe. That's a much bigger kill. As I was
He's got
taking a look at
3
the,
waves here.
Yeah, I missed that kill, but I'm taking a look at the field.
Yeah, this is way more interesting. Who cares about laning kills?
Everybody's in height order. The teacher makes sure everybody's here for class. Wow. The ultimate drag move.
It's probably almost tempting to take it to a neutral camp, honestly. Try and will him down a little bit first, but I'm just so curious how many of these lasts he's going to get. I missed one. All right, GG. Wasn't worth it.
Right. 1 for 2.
Well, like, just ignore
3.
everything else in this game.
Dire structures are fortified.
I'm looking over mid a little bit.
It's a nice play to Glyph there, too, because they're forcing that wave under the tower for longer, so he's going to miss more of the last hits.
Oh my god. There's a lot of experience coming his way too, but he definitely would have liked to be hitting a lot more of those more of those last hits as we look over. Mid Draken gets the kill on the puck, and that's with the Astro Imprisonment to get that last shot in.
That was like the Witch Doctor wait for it right there, man. They're tipping before he dies while he's still in Astro. Like, that's quality from Forward Gaming.
Who's the best tipping team in Dota right now?
Oh, I don't know. It used to be Chaos, as they are now called, but they've fallen off a little bit in their tipping game. Maybe I haven't seen their games in a while.
Too. Got the Avalanche that hits, but the Snowball stays alive. Matthew, the toss will get the kill, and Attune will trade at least for Universe. The Stroke of Fate comes in, slowing up this Phantom Assassin.
Radiant's top tower.
Inkswell on MSS, who has toss, and Avalanche ready at 3. I thought maybe he tossed Prada back, but Avalanche toss anyway. It's not even going to matter. He'll get the kill.
So 5-3 now.
For my coffin.
Indeed.
PA's getting a lot of this gold funneled her way, though. She's got 4 of the kills. So she's about 500, 450 or so ahead of the Morphling. And they're ready to go for another one here, but they've actually killed so many of the trees by the tower that this ward is seeing everything from Forward Gaming up top, so it keeps Universe safe. It's kind of shocking that ward has survived the entire time and they've still gotten that many kills up here.
Yeah. It's almost been on the wrong side of the link, so all their kills, for the most part, except for that last fight, obviously, had come to the left side, but the Avalanche toss as well as the Hoof Stomp. Frost Shield's not going to do nearly enough in the Phantom Strike away, but again, staying aggressive. Inkswell just a little bit short of the taunting Phantom Assassin. I'm such not a fan of that taunt. I actually hate it.
Oh, the Greevils?
No, the Phantom Assassin.
Oh yeah, that one's a little odd. Who we found ourselves at.
Mid. Yawar is okay with this, but now the Wing Rift comes out, so silencing the OD. Yawar, one more shot. Oh!
That's pretty nice. Oh, the timing.
The timing.
The raindrop.
Still gets
he didn't go for the ulti. Does he not have more in? I can tell. Tips him back. Oh, dirty.
It is.
That's nice.
Stroke of Fate coming out on a tune as Universe trying for some body blocks. He still obviously has the Phantom Strike to get out of there. It was a nice move by Draken. He's got the double damage for a little bit longer, but I don't think he finds anybody with it. But they will look over top. Doesn't have Dream Coil, but an Illusory Orb with a level 4 Waning Rift, he definitely turned something out of this.
It's a little awkward though, because like the Tusk is just showing mid.
Oof, Waning Rift doing a lot of damage here to the Grimstroke, and they will get the kill.
Yeah,
They get kill
still
streak
works.
for the Phantom Assassin. That's the 5th.
I guess just they were covered by the Observer wards, so they didn't expect the smoke. And what can you do? But I mean, Puck doesn't jungle, so like they knew that Puck was coming. The greetings, quality.
Especially when you show up for a gank like that. It's the perfect taunt. Or it's the perfect all chat phrase. They're trying to
There we go.
the Inkswell to come out, and oh, nice move to get out of there. And
too
now
fast.
Universe might be in trouble.
Now that's where they needed some
Coming
tips.
in and nice shards, but Avalanche hits on 3. They've got the toss again. Tag team running out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Vada with the Frost Blast on Universe. So we'll see if they continue to try and go in. They do have the Puck with Dream Coil available, so Universe will be locked in with the Dream Coil, and the tag team comes out with a snowball that actually goes all the way over to the Tiny. So SVG has found himself in trouble, but the Avalanche hits on 4 with the toss coming out on the Draken, but it's not enough to get the kill. The Stroke of Fate doesn't find anything, and the Phantom Assassin chasing down SVG. The last shot comes out for Draken, and he gets a triple kill over top. And yes, greetings indeed.
Playing so well here on the aggressive style that they really need to. Just put yourself ahead of this lineup with a Puck. Give so much space over your PA. And, I don't know, Ford have put themselves with a hero that just simply can't join these engagements in the OD.
It's beautiful and fluid movement from Thunder Predator right now too. I think it looks really nice. But Avalanche, ooh, nice phase shift. Not gonna matter too much just yet, but the Frost Shield's placed on with Prada and Matthew coming over. You are spotted, killed. Waning Rift hits out of the Tiny. They put the Inkswell on top to try and get the stun. The phase shift, not gonna matter as he walks out of the distance of Inkswell, but the Frost Blast comes through. There's
Leo
the
Styles got coil on
Green
one.
Coil comes out. MSS, illusory orb over the top. They'll TP over the Morphling. We'll see if he's able to clean up a lot of these from the side of Thunder Predator are low. The waveform forward, but the Waning Rift hits for a lot on the Morphling. Going under the tier 1 tower, but he's silenced. He dive strike completed with the phase shift. So Puck's staying alive. They lose just the Tusk.
Yeah, I've been talking about all the space for the PA, but it's been very similar for Rezo too. Even though he's 0-0-0, he's got 75 and 24 in the old last hits department. So 10-minute bounty rune's about to pop here. Maybe Leo Style, aka Draken, aka Leo Style, will die? MSS? Oh! No. Nice orb. They try to ult a tune.
Oh, tune.
Oh, nice positioning from Frank.
And there's the Stampede. MSS chasing, but goes into the trees? No way. Oh, they got
I mean, had that worked, that would have been pretty sick, but he was dead if he went north.
Wow. I would have been very impressed. It was worth a shot, though, because I think you're dead in any situation there.
Yeah, no, he was going down. He didn't even have mana for a TP, so after the ulti from the OD, not much hope. But that's good. UR needed something going his way, just because this game feels a little awkward. And now, despite this Puck being 4-1 and 2, UR is not that far behind. Like 700 gold is, I mean, it sucks, but you know, this guy's 4 kills and is killing your cores across the map, and you still feel at least competitive. But they have the gaze.
Nice Sinister Gaze, illusory orb over the top. They've got the Waning Rift and the Dream Coil on top of that. And we'll see if Resolution's able to make his way out, but Attune's here. Zapdos tries to pushes him far enough away or not. Matthew gets the kill, and actually, they bring 5th here with Frank.
Yeah, good. All that matters is that morph kill. Ensure it with all 5 heroes, and then transition to a tower. However, Universe has all those retaliate stacks, so this is the kind of frustrating thing against playing Centaur, is that he can so easily pressure the other 2 lanes, and Dwyer and SVG doing the same thing mid with a catapult, so this might end up being kind of an even trade here. Like, 4 is up 2k, and they're getting 2 tier 1s, or at least heavy damage onto the second one.
Over mid. They get the tower top, so now the Stroke of Fate comes out with the right clicks coming in from Yawar, with the Sinister Gaze out again with the Waning Rift taking on a 2 to Soulbind locks the Tusk as well as the Puck. And now the Hook Stomp hits on both. There's the double edge, but not enough damage just yet. The phase shift from Draken keeps him alive. The Stroke of Fate comes over to the top on Tusk. They lose Yawar in the whole scheme of it all. And Prada's the one who gets the kill. Draken trying to get out of here. Nice shards to lock in Rezo. Make sure that Puck is not killed off.
Yeah, Prada this whole time was just like, please, come on, a little bit of XP. Almost found himself the ulti, and never let those that kill that neutral camp. So they can actually smoke here. They have everything. They have coil, but I don't think they have any smokes, which is the one thing you really need. They have a centaur though.
Hope Stomp, Illusory Orb, with the Veil, and now you've got the tag team with the Walrus Punch hitting. Dream Coil actually accepting the Morphling as well. They've got themselves the RP. They snap the Dream Coil on Universe, who's able to walk away from this one. So
yep, but I got pulled into the snowball. He couldn't ulti. They were trying to keep him alive, but the snowball ended up going so far. Well, that got weird fast.
It looked like a dead Universe for sure.
And they're gonna say, "Huh, they just wasted a couple ultis there, guys. How about we smoke up at them? That sounds good." PA pops their smoke though, and we'll be ruined a little bit here. SVG gonna drop a ward.
Ooh, this is a juicy stack here for a tune.
PA boats. Company on the eastern part, but oh yeah, they got it right away. They saw them move through. Oh, there's smoke. They were smoked there. Yeah, I'm not sure how this. That was good though. They were pinging kind of on the steps. They thought maybe it was over here, but nice sentry placement.
Boy, MSS. Avalanche comes out. No chase. It's actually the Phantom Assassin who does get the Vlads. Usually we see that picked up heavily by offlaners, but I definitely understand it here for the Phantom Assassin.
Yeah, I think the blink follow-up might just be a little bit too important, and then of course she can delay her Battle Fury or just never get one. Ideally never get one when you have Magus, so looks like she is going that route. The Mag is fully devoted to her, has gone the 4 points in the Empowers, so going to be seeing that all the time on a tune, and that just means Deso, BKB, as per usual.
He made this stack here too, and he's got the Mithril Hammer, so...
They're about to blink on Universe, and they also still have their ultis up, so might see something soon from Forward Gaming. You are getting pretty heavy into the damage, and he's got something coming. Is it Force? Yes, he went Force that. Good choice this game.
And they're actually showing Resolution over top with 3 coming in behind. The only one who's up top there is Tusk, and I think if Matthew ends up dying, you're happy to tank the gank like that.
I just want my level 10, guys. Leave me alone. Oh, nice.
And that's actually just the creep. Avoids the Stroke of Fate, I believe, but the 4-staff over. Matthew no longer having to save with the Snowball. But the Veil comes down on a UR, who's in a little bit of trouble. The Walrus Punch hits on MSS. Resolution. We've got the Dream Coil. It only hits down to the Tiny, so Resolution's able to chase the silences through on a Draken, who ends up dying. The 2-man RP comes through. And now we've got the Stampede with the Blink Coast Stop coming out. And then the Sanities comes on top of it all. Draken, Frank, both dead. And now it looks as though they're going to lose this Phantom Assassin. A 3-0 in the favor of Forward Gaming.
Rezo just destroyed that fight, stealing the puck form, helped do so much damage. And then, I mean, that's the power of OD. Like, you are committed into that engagement, and it looked really bad at first, honestly. Like, it forced them to all start having it at the tower, but the steal on the puck was fast. So that's silence helping to secure the kill before puck could get anything off.
I felt like it was a little bit of a
So much more.
misplay on the, where the Dream Coil was dropped.
Yeah, that, and as well as being the classic, like, death trap of trying to defend that tower when so many heroes are being set up for it.
Snowball,
you know, no one else was showing anywhere else. You kind of knew they were bringing everything from forward, and it's just, like, they have good vision in that Radiant Jungle bottom. No one is there. So, you know it's going to be a hard fight.
Link with the Hook Stomp and the Ink Swell. They've got the Silence coming through with the Frost Shield. This is a pretty tanky Tusk. 1500 health at level 9.
He got a lot of XP quickly, like same level as Universe, who's been doing a little bit of solo farming. So, I mean, he got mid a little bit earlier on too when the puck was rotating. They put a lot of emphasis on him, and that's resulted in this hood that, I don't know, I guess he's just going to be the Frost Shield machine, him and PA.
Now, if you're looking at, you've got a Blink Dagger queued up, is this a game where Tusk goes 40% experience gain or 90 gold?
And 90 gold. Always 90 gold. I think this hero is so suicidal that unless you're doing some Shadow Blade crypt ridiculous Deso build crap, then you just always go gold. Because honestly, more XP means that you have longer respawn timers, and the items are more important on the hero anyway. I don't think his other talents don't warrant it enough, in my opinion, unless you're going some sort of weird damage planet turbo mode build. Which is a great turbo mode build, I mean, I will say. And these guys would know because they won the Turbo Masters.
They did indeed.
As I'm sure you're all well aware.
Gorilla Pride. Gorilla's Pride or Gorilla Pride?
No idea.
I like that Prada and Matthew are staying together. They're looking for experience themselves, so leaving their cores to just kind of farm. They do have enough save with the Frost Shield as well as the Snowball if anybody does come over that try and get out, and maybe they feed just one. But they also have the ability to, like, definitely pull some numbers over.
You can kind of see the power of support Tiny, though, right? This is a support hero that walked here next to 3 heroes, and they just couldn't do anything. He walked under a ward, and there's a Puck, a Lich, and a Tusk sitting there, and it's like, well, that guy is 1,700 HP, and 11 armor. I don't think we can kill him. And he's getting a Blink Dagger long before Tusk.
Tiny does get into that mid game and all of a sudden feels very unkillable. Unless you really throw everything at kitchen sink at him. Ooh, but Prada spotting you are. Snowball's gonna follow this up with the Stampede as well as the Force Staff. Gets him far enough away. Nice shards. And now the Chain Frost comes out, but oh no.
No vision. There's no way for them to see him, unfortunately. Rough.
Just Chain Frost. And I know it's a 90-second cooldown there, but
Yeah.
not awful. Or it's 100, but 90 seconds more from when I said it.
Nice grab bot, though. They just catch the man farming. That Blink Dagger from the Tiny, as well as the Centaur in that matter. Oh, Sentry. Just find a Sentry of Dyers. They're gonna try and jump Rezo here? They smoke. That's a weird smoke.
You know the team's nearby. I don't know if you can make a play on resolution, but they are just...
Puck just tried to pop the smoke. I think they saw the animation of it or something. Oh, they can see them dropping items under this ward too. So they know they're all still there, smoked up. Mag was pinging it. They see Rezo farming with their ward. This is pretty cute.
There's not much they can do, though. You can't really commit onto Rezo like this. I mean, you know the team's nearby. I think if you commit to a fight, you're kind of asking for a little bit of trouble. Ooh, Courier. Nope.
Jeez, nice save. Quick fingers.
Not quick enough, Matthew. Be quicker than that. The Thunder Predator, all they're doing right now is putting on pressure to push them out of their jungle. Like, I don't think that's enough. You've got a 5 gold lead here for forward gaming. Like, they're okay with taking these camps and freely moving back.
They didn't lose anything, at least, so like they didn't end up losing anyone, and the bag is still trying to work on that blink, so they just need to be a little bit patient before they take that fight. What was the bounty rune spread? 3-1, so that's a bit harsh. Gonna build that lead up a bit more. And there's our morph duration now for Rezo. Really good game for the morph duration, just because Puck is so elusive and frustrating during the team fights that the longer your Puck with those low cooldowns, you can definitely get off a second volley of spells, whereas before it can be a little bit tougher.
Almost makes Morphling an even more elusive hero. Like he needed it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
More seconds as being Puck.
Radiant structures are fortified.
We get a tome now for SVG. Another smoke they're going to pop here. You are still working. Actually, he's finished the BKB, but this is that aggression that we've heard teams talk about before where, like, there are some players like you are right now. Look at where he's standing. There are many players that would not do this. Like, this guy has a BKB coming on the courier, and his team is smoking him aggressively. Like, a lot of players just kind of refuse to do these moves without their BKB because they just think it's foolish, but sometimes it's more important to just listen to your team and play with them, and you can't always be waiting for that next item. In the end, they still get good positioning, they take the top tower, they put a little bit of pressure mid, and he'll have his BKB for the fight.
Do you think it's... Obviously, it's not the best plan of action here from Thunder Predator to just let these buildings go and let the, you know, dominant positioning go to forward gaming, but... do you think it's... I don't think it's the wrong move. You know,
they've got a catapult on bottom. I don't think there's much else they can do. They know they still need items on the PA. Like, PA's now getting in towards that BKB. They haven't lost Roche, which is huge. They really don't want that Aegis on Honestly, Yoar or Rezo will be pretty disastrous. So they have the deaths of themselves. They want BKB and they want to put the Roche on PA.
Not engaging and just continuing to farm is the proper way to play this out, and it sucks to lose that tier 2, and it sucks to then, you know, assume that you've given up vision in your own jungle. I would have to think if you are Thunder Predator and you've kind of sensed their movements, you'd assume they put some vision there.
Yeah. It'll be a little bit tough, especially because Tusk is the one with the GPM talent, and he's trying to buy wards for himself, so this Lich hero is a little bit harder. That is the one downside to Lich, is the no GPM talent. Makes him a little bit less appealing, but this is where 4Game will now move into the pit. They just have Rezo, no one else tanking, so the damage is pretty slow. But they're fine with that. They're going to go with the slow burn, just to make sure that Stampede can get off. Very wide positioning here. Everyone outside of a double RP. Alright, Orb's gonna scout it.
No, this is good timing. They're gonna spot Resolution, and now they're gonna make the move over. Draken needs this Illusory Orb, and he's gonna have it in time, but now they've got themselves a Stampede as well as the Sanity Scope's gonna be dropped down on the entire side of Thunder Predator, and now they've lost Frank, they've lost Matthew, the Chain Frost goes off with the Dream Coil snapping on the Tiny with the BKB pop by Yawar.
Damn, that commitment. Everyone just in instantaneously. All the spells used. Nice plays.
That was a quick, clean, in and out fight. Like, they knew what they wanted to do. And it almost seemed like it was premeditated to the point where they're like, alright, they're gonna come to try and contest here. Our exact move is Stampede, immediate Sanity's Eclipse. Like, not even a hesitation on it. And then
yeah, he's at the point where he's built up enough int that he's already going to get pretty good damage on the majority of their heroes, and then on top of that, he's just going to burn a lot of their mana, so it just makes the fight really hard.
And Attune coming right up onto the high ground. That's a little bit risky. And now you've got the Walrus Punch. The RP lands, but the BKB is going to be popped here by the Phantom Assassin, looking over, trying to get the kill on a Resolution. He's pretty tanky, gets the waveform out, the tosses through onto the Magnus. They get the OG as well as the Grimstroke. They pop the Aegis.
Big kills.
Dagger. Whew. Some big numbers coming out of that dagger. Now they'll look over Resolution. Matthew coming over. And the skewer on back puts him right into a nice snowball attempt here from Matthew.
Yeah, stops the TP.
Really, really, really good recovery there by Thunder Predator.
Leo style, or Dragon is still chasing over here too.
Shockwave pulling him back for a moment.
Tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Really well done. You know, after
that was 25-minute fight too.
Core Gaming.
He got a lot of crits.
Oh yeah,
it's like 10k damage for the PA. The next highest. I mean, Puck, to his credit, did like 3,400 too, so that's a lot of damage at this point in the game too. Helped a lot by that Veil, but bit too aggressive there from the old 4 Gaming without their ultimates. I mean, they weren't even going that deep, but Thunder Predator, like, no one really expects that fight, I think, because they just got Aegis. Why would they want to fight us? But the fact that they lost that Aegis fight without burning any of their big ultis kind of put some pressure on Thunder Predator, and they made a great move to snag that. That's kind of like vintage, like, newbie used to do that kind of plays, where they would just, like, instantly try and fight you after a Roche because people would be spread out or something.
And newbie's not exactly making those plays now.
No, vintage. It was a good year, not current year.
This is a really good year. Delicious. Although, and to go back to that fight, and you said nobody expected it, like, Attune just walked up there, had his BKB, he was like, yeah, you know what? I know they're there. Go.
Yeah.
And he starts that off.
Good. Yep.
That's ballsy. Because that could really bite you back.
Especially after how the last game went too, where it was all just like that one fight and everything seemed downhill. But more smokes being popped at the Radiant. Now the Blink Dagger. Fights get a little bit more difficult. And Siwar becomes very mobile. He was already hard to deal with. But they have good vision covering themselves on the high ground. And now forward pushing in without an Aegis just feels kind of awkward. They've lost a lot of momentum now. Do they have any items to even wait for here? I mean, SVG has gotten up the Ghost Scepter, so he'll be there to try and make sure he gets off Soul Binds. Honestly, it's still hard with a Ghost Scepter to not get crit by PA and just die. Like, you have to preemptively pop it, essentially. Because he has the basher, too. So if he gets the leap onto you and bashes you, you're just dead. Like, the odds are you won't survive through the first bash. Ghost Scepter will not have a chance to get off.
With how many 20s Attune is rolling right now, it's
Yes,
honestly
very true.
ridiculous.
Radiant's
And
bottom tower
then,
is
speaking
under
of 20s, that'll be the next big moment for Attune. As he's going to want to get that triple stifling dagger.
And it isn't just this game either. Like, game 2, he was getting a lot of crits as well. But this game, I think I've seen red numbers every single time. 4 digits. Like, that fight on the high ground, that is ballsy, that is lucky. Because that fight, I think if he doesn't get a couple of those crits, doesn't go that way. Because they blew up the
They
OD.
definitely needed them. Yep. No doubt.
Walking up to the high ground. 20.
I'm impressed you have one there. I'll give you that.
I have several. I don't want to talk about it. I have
Dagon
way
now
too
for
many
Leo
people.
style too.
Radiant's bottom
And
tower
they're
is
just
under
gonna get
attack.
this tower. No response, but better positioning for 4 gaming. They'd rather get some more vision inside that Radiant jungle, I'm sure. There's only one ward here for SVG though.
Does Puck finish out this Dagon, go straight Dagon 5, or is there something in between this and upping those levels? And
Radiant's bottom tower
they've
is
got
under
Attune
attack.
coming in from behind enemy lines. They put the Inkswell onto the OD, but he blinked away.
Dire's
Stampede will
middle
help them
tower is
escape.
under attack.
I kind of wouldn't mind bots. I don't know if the Dagon jackup's going to be that helpful. Bots or maybe a Scythe, potentially. Scythe looks pretty nice this game.
I know
But of
OD
course,
is trying to save
difficult.
up for one, but Puck getting one too would be really nice for them to have that Hex, especially against Resolution.
Radiant
Dire
are
smoke?
scanning.
Radiant scanning, they know they're around the pit. First potential Roche is still not for another 2 minutes, so this is just an aggressive maneuver with wards. And they're probably just going to run. Yeah, even though you only see the lights, you know they're all coming.
Start to make their way over. You got to remember that Matthew's got the blink as well as the walrus punch. He'll throw the shards as well as the snowball. SVG in a little bit of trouble. The Inkswell comes right on top of him.
Nice.
Able to get it off because he's already dead.
That long range orb as well as the shockwave there for a extremely low commitment kill.
Behold!
That's what I like about the blink on the Tusk. Something we talked about in draft. It's very effective, especially with walrus punch. It does a lot of damage. Ooh boy, MSS. Just blinking out of there, but they've got 4 heroes ready to go if anybody were to come over, and the Abyssal Blade's finished on the PA.
Radiant's top tower is
Just
under
notice MS has been involved in all 12 of their kills. This is not that surprising for the Tiny. So, and he's been active and everything, but
Radiant's top tower is
the support Tiny, I feel like your team doesn't. I mean, I guess they were snowballing, but then things get really awkward when we hit this little wall thing. Because now he's like,
tower is under attack.
oh, I'll wait to see if he dies here, but yeah, yeah, he should
Whoa.
be dead.
Shards are on the opposite side, but Sinister Gaze just pulls you over them.
Yeah, you can get free movement during the gaze. That's pretty hilarious, actually. Right back into the shards. But when you're a Tiny, like, you always have to be snowballing hard, and you always have to be like an item ahead for the game to be good. And that works when you're support when like your team's still winning, but if your team starts losing his support Tiny, then it's kind of awkward. Because if he was a core Tiny right now, he'd have Blink, Shadow Blade, and then like probably some other item. But now he just has a Blink, and he has to buy this little aura item for his team in the blast. Now he wants Albert to try and save his team. It's just weird. Like, you almost kind of want a 4-stack too, because you're like, oh, well, I'm a support Tiny, so I got to be maneuverable. They've really looked lost since that Aegis went down, but still waiting for the butterfly fight for the Morphling. And once again, Attune is going to be forced into this MKB build like he was versus the AM, and it looks like Leo Sao is going to try and delay him towards that by picking up that Boot the Travels. Kind of mentioned that being one of the better options for him.
Dire are scanning.
it seems like everything's rolling real well for Thunder Predator. I know the net worth is just about even, but they're the ones pressuring this side of the river. They're the ones putting the fights together, and I think they've got a lot of confidence. And despite the net worth being so close, I really do think that, you know, with confidence, you can do a lot.
I think if Thunder Predator initiates a fight, it's actually kind of hard for them to win. Like, they have a really good counter initiation for
Snowball, Walrus Punch, but the Ink Swell pops. Matthew doesn't get caught by it. They've got the Dream Coil here on SBG, the Soul Bind, but it's not going to land on anybody else. They'll bring over Yawar. Emesis is here as well. But meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, Universe taking up all the damage coming out from the rest of the team. The buyback from Matthew as well. They've got the Sinister Gaze, keeping Universe close. He's probably not the target you want to...
All right, well, that works.
Well, when you roll D20 every single time, yeah, you know what? Any target's good from. That was insane with the Sanity's Eclipse coming out. They've got the RP that lands under the Tiny as well as the Centaur. BKB's been popped by Yawar. Prada's dead. He'll buy back. BKB about to run out on the Phantom Assassin with the Illusory Orb, then the Dagon to kill off Yawar. Blink, Hook Stomp, Double Edge, all coming through, trying to kill off the Phantom Assassin. He's almost away, but he ends up falling to Universe. Grimstroke dies as Draken, he's got a double kill. Astro Imprisonment will keep him close by with 4 heroes here. Hook Stomp lined up successfully, and there's the toss and the kill.
Oh, and there is no buyback for Phantom Assassin, and Roche is up. So that just might be the thing that decides the next 10 minutes or so. Unless they can find another amazing fight right after. Maybe they'll get, but it should be Aegis here for forward gaming. Another difficult situation. But the Shadow Air with no RP will not be enough for to initiate into the pit. Nice plays there. Good buybacks. Maybe they cleaned up, but didn't quite get enough first at the Shrine RP. The best way to save it, but I think that goes back to this idea of like forward gaming were playing so patiently because their counter initiation is super good. Like you have Stampede, you have someone to be saved by Astral, you just straight up a hoof stomp jump into a tiny jumping over the line. Like there's all this stuff just going to screw up what they're trying to do, and Matthew ends up starting a fight a little bit too far away from all his teammates.
And he needs to kind of pull it in a little bit. Can't be going too far away from your team.
I think and he bought back, you were bought back, and then Universe had to buy back too. Yeah, and Prada too.
Tune, you've got here with you know, he's getting close to the MKB, but oh, Matthew again. Blown up.
Gotta get those bounties, yo. Unfortunately not able to.
Almost worth. You pick up that bounty and you could die hero. And this, I'm actually really scared. Oh my god, this Phantom Assassin. If I were at Forward Gaming, I think he's the only one I'm really worried about.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, SVG? Save this though. They still have the one on the high ground. They have to get him. Kill it. Save us. Oh, the Dream Toss still out.
Coming out. Resolution with the waveform forward. They've got the Ink Swell as well as the Stampede. They're trying to move forward, waiting for the Dream Coil to go away. Prada chased by Resolution. Ghost Scepter comes out with the Frost Shield on top of him. Draken comes over the way.
Are you doing it?
To be able to silence him, but he's got the Mana Silent to purge that off. And now Resolution actually waveforms really deep inside the base. He has to be a little bit careful, but he seems fine putting a Frost Shield on top of himself. The Scope's going to be dropped as the BKB from Atune is just not enough. The waveform in, and there's a double kill here for Resolution. Nobody's really stopping him. The Lincolns will be popped. The Illusion almost kills the Courier as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Of all heroes, it's just like, no, I can use my own Frost Shield. That sounds pretty good. Damn. I thought that was their moment with her going in so deep. I mean, obviously it's going to be hard because he's got the secondary life, but there's not enough.
Shockwave, Avalanche, not going to land the Illusory as well as the Phase Shift. He'll jaunt over to that. They take the Tier 3 bottom. They're trying to defend, but they just don't have the Phantom Assassin for 45 seconds.
So they'll do 2 mid, so they'll see their way top lane. And, I mean, they saw the MKB, so they're just going to be like, this PA is not buying back. They're just looking at that timer and saying, we know you guys are worthless without her. Not as humans, just as Dota heroes.
I feel like the Dream Coil is just not doing as much as they would have liked. Like, obviously, it's just to lock them down somewhere, but even then...
Structures are
They haven't really followed it up in a proper way.
Yeah, it takes a lot of like that perfect execution, and they don't want to do any of it without the PA. So they burned this.
Resolution is still a free man.
Dire's middle tower.
That's unfortunate for them. That would have been really nice to get rid of that.
They're just thinking, please, just the
Dire's
ages.
top shrine is under attack.
Guys.
Radiant are scanning.
Nice stuff though. Back way to the shrine. They don't get too greedy. So in the end, honestly, it's only one lane of racks. It's still possible. It still comes down to some pretty ridiculous plays from the PA, but it can happen. They kept all their ultis. Probably going to see them clear these waves, and they could smoke up as 4 and keep the puck on the waves. Could even consider bots 2 on the puck, honestly. I don't really know how much this Dagon 5 is going to do.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'd like to see if he... I would like to see him at least get to 25 to get that 420 gold per minute, maybe then go to the bots too. I think Dagon 5 has helped, or the Dagon has helped at times, but it just seems super situational when it's actually done something. And I feel like bots 2 are kind of the same situation.
Man, losing that fight near the shrine just absolutely murdered them too, though. Because, like,
Oh, yeah.
Matthew lost the gem on that too, and they've just used that to clear up all the vision that Thunder Predator had around too. So,
Smoke coming out, 5 man.
just as the Sanities is back up, got the cheese. Might pass that over to Rezo. How much time do we have left?
Actually-
Only 20 seconds. It's like, meh. He's got Satanic. Yeah, okay, never mind. Think he'll be alright.
I'm a huge fan of how Yawar has not held on to the sanities. You know, sometimes I feel like we see these heroes with these big ultis, or these players have these big ultis, and they're almost in this spot where they're thinking, I have to get the perfect drop.
Yeah.
But he's just been so... Yeah, you know what? 2 or 3 heroes? Bam! Sanities. I'm okay with it.
Bottom shrine is under attack.
Shards.
It'd be so
Here
much.
of the Centaur.
Oh, look at that
Now
instant
they're the
jump.
Hex, and the Sand Scope's going to be dropped. They'll look for the RP. The Soulbind on top of 2 of these heroes. The Puck tries to get away from the Magnus. 3 heroes dead already. That's going to be the Puck Phantom Assassin as well as the Magnus already gone with no buyback. The Waveform's over there looking for product.
Bring the Chain
Frost.
Frost.
Called already. Chain Frost or not, they'll still get themselves 4, and they all disconnect at the same time. GG and Forward Gaming take game 1.
Alright, I liked the Thunder Predator drafts. I thought maybe they were going to be able to do it.